I think the better option is just don't play Syndra unless you're like 4 or 5 in draft and you get a free matchup. But this is like, it's not too bad. It's just like, this matchup is all about forcing Fizz to use his E to dodge your combo. Because if you get him to use E, he legit can't do anything for like 15 seconds. But anytime he goes up to last hit, we're going to look for damage. Once again, if he doesn't commit with his E, then he just has to allow me to pressure him. And even if he E's forward, I do technically win. He just doesn't do as much consistent DPS. So we're just going to look for as many auto Qs as we can. We hit level 2 before him, which now means we have a level advantage and a skill advantage. So instead of hard pushing this wave, we're going to go as slow as possible. And the reason why we're doing this is it allows us to build up the wave, but also means that he's losing minions to his own minions. So we're just letting stuff die very slowly. And now, every time he goes up to last hit on this frame, we just get a free bunch of damage. Now, the uncool thing about Fizz is that he can technically one-shot you with, like, straight no items, but now that he's used his E, he's got no cooldowns for 12 seconds, which means that for the next 12 seconds, if he wants to take a minion, he has to do so at the cost of half of his health. So it's not really worth it for him, right? We bounce the wave back as well. Okay, nice. Technically, I could let this push into me. I'm going to push it one more time anyways, just because I want to get a better back. If I played that slightly better, I would not have had to flash, so that's a mistake on my part, but... You can see that we just played a very slow, methodical, traditional melee matchup, and then we just curve it out. Winning the lane is a must. Now, we're technically down sums, but we did burn his stuff. I actually like boots into melees. Especially when I'm down flash, but it seems I accidentally left base, so... Oh no, I got a biscuit, which stopped me from getting refund. Because when you have no flash, you're very susceptible to getting ganked, especially in a melee matchup where they can just jump in on you, so... The good news is because he died at 10 CS, he doesn't actually have any money to buy items with, and then the lane is technically on my side of the lane. But like overall, this is a very good position for us, like extremely good. We're just gonna hold the wave here. We know Belveth is in the area. She could be ganking bot side after Crab, so hopefully they walk away from this. Because if Fizz goes down there and gets a double, it's also pretty bad for me. Alright, so we're forced to push mid lane now. The reason why we're forced to push mid is to make sure that Fizz loses something for leaving. So we're gonna try and crash this into his tower before he gets back. And then another thing we could do is we could try stopping him from re-entering the lane, so we gotta force him to go all the way around. Oh no. I think we can actually turn this, but like, wow, that attack speed ramp is insane. She's got one more dash, so I don't think we can get her no matter what, but... It's pretty bad because Fizz just got this entire wave for free. What I should have done is I should have queued and then held my E, because I knew he was going to hop it. It's all good, though. We do have a pretty significant HP advantage and stats. You know, I could have ulted there, but he would just E it, so... We're going to try and force him to E. So we're gonna fake a tower dive here. Hopefully that gets him. It does, okay. So I led with Q, hoped he E'd, and then I just ult after that. I'm only getting this opportunity because he didn't reset, and he's still on C-Pot. Because if he buys a D-Ring here, just imagine how much extra HP he'd have. Pretty much 70, right? Or he'd just be full HP, full corrupting charges. He just egoed me, really. Now, unfortunately, I can't kill Belveth because I've got no mana, but I am going to go back and buy some items myself. This wave is going to push back to me due to the cardinal direction powers of the universe, so... For a slightly in-depth explanation as to why this happened, it's because the tower helps the minions, and they group up, and they target the same minion, and then it just pushes back towards you. Now, I did waste a corrupting charge here because I'm being lazy, but I just want to make sure I get here in time to stop the wave from crashing. Actually, if Shin catches the wave and holds it, it's actually just GG for this Fizz. Nuts. Bro, Also, we're kind of... It's possible roam timer right now as well. You guys gotta be careful here, because if you die, I'm gonna cry. Alright, we're gonna get some chip damage. Once we've used all our cooldowns, instead of continuing the engage, we're just gonna walk away and hold the wave. If we continue to run after using QWE and he re-engages, there's a chance. He's got no jump right now, actually. But you see, we're just being very, very slow with our combo usage. We're making sure that we're maintaining our wave state. We're not getting too greedy. We take what we can and then we walk away without giving them a chance to deal damage back. Ooh, that's a really bad E. But you see how far he has to walk up in order to farm? Just by maintaining this position, we're making it impossible for Fizz to play. And then we also have the added benefit of stacking up these waves to when we do crash it, we have a lot of space to work with. Or we're going to force him to ult here. Or E, rather. So playing the combo slow there, like he has to disengage somehow. And there's no way to go down with Shen below. Delayed force push. That's one of the funner mechanics on Syndra, is if you EQ, you push them into the ball and then delayed stuns again. So if you're ever getting melee range, just E first and Q at max range and you get like double the stun time. It's actually pretty wacky. I ran out of mana on my Q right before I could do it. She would have actually died there if I had 5 more mana. I eat off the existing ball and W-Q'd from there, but the Q was delayed slightly. Oh my god, Fizz has actually just run bottom on repeat, and I keep forgetting to ping it. My bad, teammates. I'm so sorry. To be fair, I mean... He did run straight there from base with no boots, so maybe it's not as much as my fault. The mana nerfs, they reverted it though. Or they reverted one of them technically, so it's not as bad. We gotta stop using our E like that. Alright, we're hard pushing the wave. Fizz has to run all the way around tower right now, so we're gonna see if we can deny something. Where the fuck is Fizz? Fizz does not want any minions at all. We're gonna go get a deeper ward real quick. If I'm gonna push this aggressively, I need an advanced warning. He just used jump in front of me, guys. Using your E to clear wave when it's your only disengage skill is just really not a smart play. Why do you not prioritize the last chapter? It really just depends on what I'm trying to achieve. So theoretically, and this isn't even theoretically, if you go lost chapter, you get a lot more sustain in terms of mana because you're getting mana refunds on every level, right? It also gives you access to Sapphire Crystal, which means you have a bigger mana pool to work with. But when I'm in a volatile matchup like this, spending 400 gold on mana stats doesn't give me damage. Like, I do enough damage, or when I do trade, I want to make sure it's meaningful. I don't want to just have low poke damage so I can cast more often. It just depends on if you're prioritizing the wave or prioritizing just 1v1s. Because for me, doing this build makes more sense when I'm trying to Omega Snowball. I am missing out on like 400 mana, but I'm not intending to stay in lane for as long as possible to begin with. Because let's say that I buy a Lost Chapter there instead of Blasting Wand, I lose out on 40 AP. I don't have enough money to buy another component, which delays my mythic item, and I'm forced to build like a Dark Seal. It's not like Dark Seal is a bad item in this game, it does give a lot of free AP. But my goal is to finish my item as fast as possible. Pretty sure he has E, so I'm going to play this pretty slow. I guess he doesn't have E. Does he just keep using his E to clear wave? I guess so. We're gonna push one more and then roam bottom. But this is a pretty hard matchup for Fizz, or sorry, for Syndra, so at least it's a good reference material for any Syndra player who wants to play this champion anyways. Well, I'm gonna go around the tower, and I just want them to push the wave. That's fine too. I don't mind that too much. I am a little low HP. I don't really want to risk dying, so I could push this. Uh-oh. I just killed myself. Unless... Okay, I'm dead. I'm such a greedy little fucking idiot, dude. I panicked. I used my E before he hopped. He hopped my E, and then I just straight up die because I'm bad at the game. Unlucky. It's really just me backing in a bad spot instead of walking further away. Yeah, Fizz players deserve nothing, guys. Let's be honest. Yeah, Fizz is at 40 CS right now. The bad news is he actually can one-shot me now if he lands Shark at max range or if his jungler comes mid. I'm kind of allowed to play this way because their jungler picked a perma-farming champ. If they pick something like Hecarim or Vi or Rek'Sai, it'd be a lot harder for me to play the way that I have. I've got pretty good mid vision though. Uh-oh, I got hit by Ludens. I'm gonna see if I can take tower here. He actually just gave up on cannon completely. This guy's so deathly afraid. But like, look at that, he's already got his Ludens. If he buys Lucidity Boots, he actually just one-shots me. Like right now, if he ults me when my E's down, he could probably just force me to flash, but I don't have flash, so he'd kill me. Now there's a 3-level difference, but like he has the exact same amount of AP as me. Like that's pretty absurd, no? We got her, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to hit the R button. Unlucky. My inputs weren't good enough to predict her backflip. Alright, I'm gonna go back for my rod. The extra 60 AP is gonna go a long way. And maybe Fizz has Lucidity Boots now, who knows. Theoretically, you know what? I'm actually just gonna buy a Null Mantle, fuck it. The Null Mantle is gonna counter the 6 Magic Pen, and if he does go Sword Boots, it'll also counter that. Usually Fizzes go Lucidity for the extra haste so they can combo multiple times off a single one, but you never really know what players are gonna do these days. I take offense to the fact that you guys say Fizz is not overtuned. This champion does way too much damage for being invulnerable for half of it. There it is, guys. Fizz is about to pop off. Like, can you imagine being a Fizz player, hitting Lichbane, and then doing 1,000 damage on a WQ that's unlike dodgeable? Unfortunately, we're going a little bit too deep mid lane, but it's fine. We should be just doing dragons and stacking up another win con. The cool thing about doing dragons is even though it delays your junglers, like camps and stuff like that, it gives you another way to close a game out. So the better a jungler, the more often they are to do neutral objectives, just to get additional win cons. Because sure, you could win just by scaling or just playing very slow around one player, but having multiple options means that you have more variety in the way that you play the game. So I hate when people intentionally just avoid doing objectives. Dude, where'd he go? He actually hopped over the wall. I almost pressed R on this Belveth to realize I'm actually just dead. Okay. Nice. That was the exact amount of damage I needed to kill her. I I was gonna say, I almost hit R on the Belveth that can hit her burrow button for damage reduction. And then I did it anyways. That was a pretty good shark, though. We're gonna go Zhonya's now. We could technically go Banshee's Veil, but... it's kind of confusing because I do need both types of protection. It says that Stopwatch is better at mitigating all the damage, whereas Banshee's just mitigates some of it. Because if they ever burn it, like, they can break it pretty easily with Max Range Glitter Lance or MFE. Or Akali can R1 off somebody else and Q me. I guess I'll go mid instead, that's fine. Uh-oh. Guys, Fizz is 1v9 now. I never should have trusted the, I hate Fizz. I really do. Champ is so weird, Champ. I mean, he's still down 3 levels, but even then... Fizz will always do damage regardless of how bad of a player he is, or how useless. That's just the way Fizz works. And it's hard for me to ever, like, fully, confidently combo a Fizz that has access to Troll Pole. Unless, of course, I bait him into using it, but... Nice. Really, really great Shin ult, actually. Of course, I always have the backup of Zhonya's if I need it. You see, I ulted the Fizz and he just pressed the E button, so... Lemon? I like this skin a lot. I think the blindfold's really cool. Yeah, you're in shot. You're... Wow, you actually got away. Wow, you're actually outrunning us by hitting the W button on your keyboard. Alright, we did hit everybody. I think we just walk away though, guys. There's no reason to risk it when we have Alawi taking topside. We could technically play for Alawi here. Fuck it, we'll play for Alawi. I'm actually dead here. It looks like my Senna and Seraphine completely dipped, which is the only reason why we lost that, but... we did get topside tower as well. Dragon's in 55, so maybe we just do that into Baron. We can also just force a Baron play since they have to walk into us. We need a peel. Technically, no. If you guys stayed with us in lane, it wouldn't have mattered. But when you guys went into the jungle to begin with, then it was like... we split up, and then that's why we get split like that. But we'll play for Dragon. It's a little too early. I'm gonna go catch another wave. We've got vision control, though. Alawi's just gonna continue to split this entire game, so why not? It's really bad timing to use my Eon. I should have got 100% all-in right there. You know, I kind of feel like I do 0 damage, but I mean, it's because everyone is Merc Treads, huh? Oh, we gotta catch the wave, friends. Only then can we take tower, potentially. I don't really care about the Kali too much, because she just has to come here anyways. So taking tower here should be our bigger priority. Unless I take half my health to a tower. Don't be afraid, guys. If they're going for Illaoi, then we gotta make sure we take this tower in exchange for her life. We could also just take mid inhibitor while we're at it. Fuck it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Illaoi just 1v4'd it. Yep. It's gonna E there, yep. So there's no point even trying to E. Sometimes you can reaction time test people and just catch them off guard, but... How many Merc Treads do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4? They have 3 Merc Treads and a half MR item. But we only have 2 AP champs, so they actually just built Mercs only for me. Alright, not bad. You're insane? Thanks, right? I think you're literally just copy-pasting that, but... Whatever, bro. The fact that you've said that 6 times specifically, GG.